Now, I don't want to terrify anybody, but there's a rumor that just won't die, and I think we need to talk about it. With Joe Biden looking increasingly decrepit, Gavin Newsom's California looking increasingly destitute, and Kamala Harris, well, looking increasingly unburdened by what has been, who could the Democrats pick to run instead of the president in 2024? Well, here's the scary thing. One name keeps coming back up over and over again. Michelle Obama. That's right. New York Post columnist Cindy Adams, who very rarely misses, reported just 3 days ago that, quote, Obama's wife is scratching to maybe be our next president, unquote. Now, the plan, according to Adams, goes something like this, she said. Around May, Biden announces that he's not running, even mentally. The so-called plot is that come the August convention, Michelle gets nominated. Then, Biden resigns and hands over the reins of the presumptive nomination at the convention in Chicago. Far-fetched? Well, maybe, but we are already hearing a lot of alarm bells ringing on the left, and especially among the big money donor class, over the prospect of going to the next election with Joe Biden. At the Davos World Economic Forum of elites and string pullers, top executives and other attendees were reportedly worried about the prospect of a Trump return, but also about Biden's ability to see off the threat of Trump. And just a few weeks ago in a podcast, Michelle Obama herself had this to say.
What's going to happen in this next election? I am terrified about what could possibly happen because our leaders matter. Who we select, who speaks for us, who holds that bully pulpit. It affects us in ways that sometimes I think people take for granted.
Now, despite all this, I'm not putting this one in my likely column just yet. But as the Democrats get more desperate, the speculation will continue to mount, as will, I'm afraid, the probability.